Hello, Army of Light, Earth Division, the boots on the ground. It's Shawna L. Francis. Today is June 6th, 2023. I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for joining me for today's weekly briefing. We're talking about the ascension, and as of late, we're talking a lot about negative reptilians. Maybe this is the first time that you're watching one of my videos. I'm so glad that you're here. You know, you stumbled upon this for a reason. You may or may not be resonating with these messages, but give it a try. See how it goes. We're in the realm of discovery right now. Just everything's new, everything's bizarre, mind-bending magic, new realms, multidimensionality, expanded consciousness. Wow. Honestly, for me this last week, it's been fairly quiet. And it's been beautifully warm, 90 degrees today in Portland. Usually in June, we still have quite a bit of rain going on, so I've just really enjoyed it. On Friday, it was the 1-year anniversary of my dad's passing. I can't believe that it's been a year. So it does feel strange. I feel like the year went by very quickly. I mean, look at everything that's gone on just in the last 9 or 10 months here. So much information flowing through, so much energy work, all the meditations. Really though, this week, Melchizedek, absolutely quiet. So I'm just really giving them space. I showed up for my daily meditation, again, 2.5, 3 hours, 3.5 hours, depending on the day and how things were going. But I have zero channeling to share with you. So I'm kind of improvising this a little bit. Sorry guys, I apologize for the airplane noise. It's hot up here, so I have the window wide open, the slider door wide open. And my wireless mic needs to be charged. So sorry about this. Hopefully it's not too noisy. Anyway, as I was saying, Melchizedek quiet. Now remember last week they talked about this being what they expect to be kind of the final big push in this galactic war that's going on between the GFL and negative reptilians. So I assume that they are busy with this. There were definitely a few times this week where, again, the idea is like, I'm leaving my body. I am astral projecting in some way and entering different states of consciousness that are very vivid. Some interesting things today, finding this crystal under a body of water, holding it tight. Really not much else to report though, just a lot of deep trance-like energy states during these meditations. And I feel like I am hitting like a new baseline where I'm at such peace. I'm really feeling that everything's great, everything's okay, everything's going to be okay. And that's not to say that I don't have my little freak out moments, but really the baseline, it's up here now. I'm feeling really rooted in my mission. I'm feeling fully loved, supported, protected. And these guys know what they're doing. Maybe Melchizedek's kind of absence from the channeling this week, maybe this is kind of forcing me here tonight to kind of step out more and speak more from my heart and kind of what I'm sensing, what I'm feeling. Or maybe they just need a break and they have other things that they're attending to, but really it's fine. 6 months ago, I would have been probably a little bit more freaked out about this, but I'm feeling okay. So yeah, it's been a really good week. Also, I'm feeling more at ease with being vulnerable in love and vulnerable showing love outwardly. What I am sensing here this week through the one-on-one sessions, also some energy work with friends, that now is the time for us, if this resonates for you, if it's feeling right for you, we push ourselves a little bit further. So remember, we've jumped off into the abyss here. We've said yes to being a light worker. We've said yes to exchanging out fear for love. We have done a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of our inner work, our inner processes, you know, getting the detritus out of our fields, really working to clear anything that's heavy, the shadow work, anything that might be dampening our light, things that no longer serve us. We have done a lot of this. So now really what I'm understanding is, you know, the idea that we are being asked to be more in action with our love, in action, really living it. You know, maybe that's even putting aside the YouTube videos or the books or some of these things where we're doing a lot of seeking and a lot of learning. And then, oh, if I learn more, then I will be this light worker. If I could just understand this a little bit better, then I can step into my mission. You know, now's the time. You're ready. You're ready. We're ready at this phase, at this stage, to really step more fully into who and what we are, really feeling comfortable and grounded in this. So that's my understanding, and that's definitely where I'm at mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually as well. And, you know, a lot of the like little things, little petty things that would bother me, little petty things I'd worry about, things that I'm really understanding to be not important to the bigger picture, or things from the past that bother me. I'm really finding that those things they've kind of gone by the wayside and they're not present for me like they used to be. And that frees me up to be in this moment and to be enjoying this body, enjoying this life, enjoying the moment that I'm in, the sunshine, being here on the river, my family, just, it's new for me. Maybe you're feeling this as well, just at peace and in this knowing. And it feels so nice. It feels so good. Let's see here. Antarctica. I'm still really deep diving into Antarctica. And I mean, it's becoming more apparent that Antarctica has a lot to do with my mission. So always the teams have talked about, you've taken on a big mission, Shawna. You've got all the support that you need, this Army of Light Earth Division, the Army of Light Galactic Division, kind of really, you know, driving this home that whatever this is, it's really big. And I do think that it has to do with Antarctica. So the team has encouraged me to do as much research there as I can. And so I've been doing it, you know, online. You know, my spare time, my free time, my entertainment is looking up documentaries on Antarctica and related things. I got led to this new book too. Secret Journey to Planet Serpo. I have never heard of this, Serpo. And I've just started this. Actually, I got it on Audible, and it was so interesting that I decided to get the book. And there are pictures in here too, which are always really fun. And I wanted to show you real quick if this comes through okay. So these are these German U-boats that I was talking about last week, where in that meditation with Melchizedek's help, I landed on the nose of one of these in the water, and I came in and I, you know, basically spread light and love to the crew that was inside that U-boat, 1955. It's really fascinating. So this is really cool. I haven't had a chance to verify with Melchizedek that this trip to Serpo actually happened, but I'm going to do that. But lo and behold, I didn't realize this. There's a lot about Antarctica in the first few chapters here. So it reinforced that, yes, I need to be reading this. This is going to be important for me. So if you want to join along in Shawna's book club, you can pick that book up on Audible or read a sample of it if it resonates. And that would be kind of fun, actually. All right. I really do want to give you, I don't want to take a whole lot of time with this, but I do want to give you my understanding, what I'm coming to learn about Antarctica, the negative reptilians, the stronghold that Melchizedek has described. You know, the last couple of weeks, it's been this black cube technology, turning that around. Really, my mission heating up in different ways in terms of being in service through this astral projection and, you know, through these timeline adjustments. I mean, it's been a lot. And maybe this week has been a little bit more quiet because the last few weeks have been so intense. And also just with my dad's passing, they tend to give me some space. But I do think if you're here watching these videos and you've been drawn to the GFL frequencies and you're drawn to the negative reptilian discussion, I do think that, you know, Antarctica is germane for all of us. I think it's apropos that we kind of dive into this a little bit further. And there's a lot of information. It's overwhelming. And I've written down some bullets here, and bear with me, folks, as I kind of dive into this with you guys. All right. So here's what we understand from the channeling that I've done personally and put videos out. Just a quick synopsis of what we know from those sources here. The Galactic Federation of Light, Melchizedek, maybe Cryon, if I remember correctly, came in with some information. So in a nutshell, team, remember, we have negative reptilian programs running at both the North and the South poles, where they are breeding and growing humans for both a fear energy source and a food source. Absolutely horrifying. Okay. All right. So we know that that's happening. And we also know that these programs require all kinds of help. So there are other species and humans that are at the poles helping to run these programs. And Melchizedek and the GFL have described this in terms that these folks don't know what they're doing. They are under this hive mind control or under this energetic influence by the negative reptilians, okay? And we also know that there is currently a team in Antarctica of the light who are working feverishly to figure out a way to do, well, it's like a evacuation rescue mission, and then a complete dismantling of these programs. So we've done our meditations there for those folks in Antarctica, the boots on the ground down there, excuse me, who are working to do this. All right. In Antarctica specifically also, we talked about this black cube technology. It's more consciousness and energy than it is technology, but Melchizedek has referred to this really as that stronghold, that focal point for disseminating low frequency energy across the entire planet coming out of Antarctica, deep within. We also understand that this goes beyond the negative reptilians. It's a step beyond that species, even a little bit more evil than that. So the source of it even seems to be beyond the negative reptilians. Melchizedek said that this can be dismantled. I've worked with friends here to help bring light to that black cube, to turn it around and make it a white cube. Hopefully that's in motion. We've freed a lot of the trapped souls, the soul essences from that technology, released that with the help of many, many other dimensional beings, multidimensional beings, all different kinds of beings, energies, entities helping with that whole process, that clearing happening. Excuse me. All right. So in a nutshell, that's what we've learned about Antarctica directly through this channeling. Okay. Here's what I'm learning through some other sources, these other books that I'm reading, other documentaries, this kind of thing. All right. In addition to the negative reptilian stronghold in Antarctica, there also seems to be at least one race of service to others or positive light beings there as well. And it may be multiple, but there seems to be at least one species of light. So, whether you call this inner earth beings or they are just living underneath the ice sheets, I don't know, but there seems to be both light and dark there. And we're talking about thousands and thousands of years. These folks have been here long before we ever set foot on Antarctica. These beings have been there doing their thing. All right. And we also know from our channeling here that the negative reptilian alliance with Germany goes way back to, early 1900s at least pre-World War One, and really was kicking into gear around World War II. And we know that Hitler was also being controlled and manipulated by the hive mind. So I channeled that directly here, the Holocaust, all of that. We talked about that last year. So in 1938, Germany began building what's being called like a massive coordinated program in conjunction with the Negative Reptilians at an Antarctic base. And they called this New Schwabenland. Okay, so from what I can ascertain here, the Germans seem to be really fully under control of the Negative Reptilians. The Third and Fourth Reichs coming out of Germany, the Nazis, secret societies, they seem to be, again, closely linked to the Negative Reptilians. I wouldn't doubt that all those secret societies were being controlled by the hive mind system, just like with the monarchy, with Queen Elizabeth and all that. Imagine that Germany deeply entrenched as well. So from what I can tell here, the Germans were invited by the Negative Reptilians to come and create these facilities, these programs down in Antarctica to help build out all this high technology, basically war machine stuff. So we've got the anti-gravity flying saucers, weapons of all kinds. They're able to do all this in these pockets of Antarctica that are temperate and warm because of all the volcanic activity that's going on underneath the surface. So there's all kinds of reports of a lot of places where there is no ice, or you go deep under the ice and you've got these warm freshwater lakes. You've got areas that sustain life because it's temperate. So the idea here is that Germany has built out this massive program in northern Antarctica, working directly with the Negative Reptilians, and they've got what seems to be quite a massive installation here. Again, if you remember last week, sorry for the noise, guys. Last week I talked about astral projecting my consciousness into a hangar and spreading love and light there at the guidance of Melchizedek. So we know today that this is, at least from what I have seen, take it all with a huge grain of salt. If you'd like, put this thing on the shelf. They are running a massive program there, and they've got all kinds of aircraft and flying discs and technology that they've developed over the last, how long has this been? 80 years or so now. Okay. It has been said that in order for Germany to ramp this thing up so quickly down there in Antarctica, that they had shipped tens of thousands of slaves down there, tens of thousands of slaves. I even read in one book that there was like 250,000 Germans missing, but I'm not sure that it was all German. It seemed to me that they were kidnapping people from all over South America, all over the place, whomever they can find, to put on ships and force into labor down there to build these facilities. And it's not just like the manual laborers who they have kidnapped and taken there to be slaves. It's also top scientists and engineers and anybody who can help further the agenda here. They're all considered to be slaves. And supposedly, according to Michael Sala's book, this is still happening today. So we talk about, where are all the missing people? Everybody's, going, all these, hundreds of thousands of people go missing each year. It could be this kind of thing too. So that stuff just blows my mind, that this is all being run by slave labor, probably under the Negative Reptilian mind control as well. All right, so darn it, I didn't write the year down. 1948, Admiral Byrd went down there, that Project High Jump that I talked about last week. Basically, the idea, it was supposed to be a scientific expedition, but there were like 4,300 men and all these ships and all this artillery. From what I've read, from what I understand, that contingency went down there to destroy what the Germans had going on. And within 2 months, they figured out that they just had no way that they could match what had been developed down there. And their largest ship that they had sailed down there was destroyed with 68 people on it, I guess. It was just destroyed easily and quickly. Admiral Byrd packed up and he hot-tailed it out of there early. He came back and went on this rampage, talking to, again, our leadership here in the United States about what he had seen, and all of it got to be completely classified. But he did say some things on the record when he got back about, the idea here that there are flying discs that could go from one pole to the other pole very quickly, and that we are outmatched in terms of the aircraft and the technology that's already available down there. He also told the president and the Congress, whoever he was briefing up here in the States, that we should use that area as a nuclear testing ground. So in my mind, he's wanting to just let's go nuke this facility, this German base that's being run with the negative reptilians. Let's just go and nuke it. And I just read recently in, I think it was this book, that a couple of bombs were dropped down there in the sea right off the coast. A couple of nuclear bombs in the 50s. So I just read that, so I don't know much about that, but I'll dive into that a little bit more. But so we've got quite the history going on in Antarctica, a lot going on there. Again, this could all be just untrue. Obviously, I'm more apt to trust what I get directly through my channeling, but the evidence that's presented and the way that they are citing their sources, it's really hard to imagine that this is all made up and fabricated. All right. So I have to just imagine what's happening today. And this is what the internet is full of, right? We've got so much information out there about what's going on with the space program today. I don't know, what's happening with Germany today. Where are they with all of this? Are they off fighting other galactic wars? Are they teamed up with the negative reptilians and out there fighting this galactic war against the Galactic Federation of Light with the machines that they've built here? I mean, I really don't know. But I'd have to imagine that all the Germans who are really enmeshed into this system really are under the hive mind control of the negative reptilians. So I almost am thinking of them as an extension of the negative reptilians here on the planet. And I have to also wonder, we have a lot of this soft disclosure coming out. It's, some folks are saying, well, they're acclimating us to this idea. So the Navy's coming out with footage of unidentified aerial phenomena, UAPs. We're seeing more of these videos. The Air Force, we're talking about them more as a country. Our military's talking about this more, but you just have to wonder, is the Tic Tac and some of these ships that we've seen, are they the German kind that were built down in Antarctica, or are they really coming from outside of our solar system? These are the types of things I haven't really had a chance to talk to the GFL about. Hopefully they are, we are in a position where we can get some answers and understand what's really been going on, especially as of late. All right. So that's super brief. That's really kind of where I'm at with Antarctica right now. Definitely looking forward to understanding this journey of 12 astronauts to this planet. They spent 13 years there, so we're going to see where this fits into the mission. And I just wanted to take this opportunity with all of you to do some affirmations and some intention setting. So if you're in a place right now where you can close your eyes and take some deep breaths and get quiet, I'm going to ask for Melchizedek's help here, and I'm going to shut this door first and we'll get into this. So just relax, do some grounding, take some nice deep breaths. All right. Okay. Some of the things that again, are coming up here recently in the field with the one-on-one sessions, with some of the light work that I'm doing with friends here. You know, it's really about knowing that we're powerful. And this is coming up for me as well, knowing our power. It seems to me that I have this belief, or I've had this belief, that because I'm in a human body here down on earth, that I'm not capable of doing a whole lot, but I'm really coming to realize that that's not the case. So I want to state some affirmations around that. And, you know, I think also it's just the confidence of knowing who and what we are. So still really anchoring that in, that we are infinite beings of love and light. And also letting go of anything that's no longer serving us, low vibration, obsessing about the past, obsessing about the future, letting that define who we are in this moment. All right, and then just really opening up and expanding into love. So I'm going to riff this here live. Well, it's live for me here. So just humor me here and getting grounded. And I'm feeling my energy shift a little bit here. Maybe that's Melchizedek coming in. And you can repeat this out loud after me, or repeat it in your mind, or just listen along, whatever feels most comfortable for you. In this moment, I set my intention to be fully present to who and what I am in truth. I'm so happy to know that we are finally at this place where we can really experience ourselves in truth, truly experience and know ourselves in truth. That finally I am able to know myself as an infinite being of love and light, having a temporary human experience, a valuable, important human experience, as a light worker, as a way shower, as somebody who is here to anchor love, anchor light, and help prepare this entire realm of existence for the ascension. And I know that I may not have it all figured out. I know that there's so many things that are yet to be revealed. But I embrace this path of the unknown. I'm okay with this. And I know that I'm fully loved, fully supported, fully protected, and loved beyond measure. And with this knowing, I am able to fully step into this mission of love, to really own this vibration of love. Feeling it deeply as who and what I am in this moment. And in this moment, I am choosing to hold the highest vision for myself. In this moment, I choose to let go of any thought patterns, belief systems, understandings that no longer serve my higher vibrational state. I ask for a deeper connection with my higher self. And I ask to know, how may I be of service? What else can I do to be of service? It's my intention to work in tandem with my higher self on being of service in this new realm, in this new way, and the excitement, embracing the excitement of stepping into something that is unknown, something that is new, leading the way for others. I wish to have a deep connection with my guides, with Melchizedek. And team, feel free to name any entities, ascended masters, anyone who you feel most aligned to. I open my heart to you in service. And at the same time, I open my heart up to myself. Unconditional love for myself. Knowing that I am of source, that we are all deeply connected, all of the same source. And knowing this deeply, I'm taking a stand for the light. And I may have my times where I am fearful, where I'm sad, where I have anxiety. Maybe there's anger here. I also honor all of those emotions, knowing that I am in lesson right now. I'm here helping to balance my karma, learn things I wanted to learn before I incarnated, experiencing these things that I wished to experience before I got here. And that this is all divinely planned around my growth and my evolution. I am thankful. I'm thankful to know this. I'm thankful to understand this. I'm thankful for this opportunity to be here at this time representing the light. Just allow this gratitude to be a force in your field right now. Allow this to be present for you. Massive, massive appreciation for this opportunity, for all the lessons. You've made it here to this point. It's amazing what you've done. Congratulations. And what you're doing is important. Allow your hearts to continue to expand. Allow your hearts to continue to be the leader in your world. Whereas before it's been the mind or the ego, we want to gently ask our mind and our ego to step aside and allow this heart to fully come forward, to be seen, to be heard, to be felt. Let's take this opportunity to send the Galactic Federation of Light, love, and appreciation for fighting on behalf of humanity, for fighting on behalf of the light, for Mother Earth, all of her inhabitants, all of the creatures who dwell here. Thank you, the Galactic Federation of Light. Thank you, Melchizedek, for being so close to what we're doing and to be providing this guidance that you do in your own unique way. We appreciate you so much. Thank you to our personal teams of light, our spirit guides, our higher selves. And finally, team, let's just take a moment to visualize this collective that we create together as a million points of light, glowing, flickering, holding space, being present, and being a force for change. Opening my heart to each of you with so much love, so much gratitude. Feeling these tears come up, honoring that. We are a powerful team. We got this. And again, looking into Antarctica and everything that's going on there, it's easy for me to just go, oh my gosh, what have we gotten ourselves into? But I know the light has already won, and I know that we are playing an incredibly important role toward turning this around toward the light, balancing the light. It's been tipped to the dark for so long. We're here along with all these beautiful, incredible beings to help right this finally. All right, coming back to center here. Okay, team, I think that's it for tonight. I'm so glad that you're on this journey with me, that we get to do this together, that I get to know you, that we get to remember who and what we are beyond this illusion, knowing that we've come here for this mission together. All right, you're amazing. I love you all. I will see you next week, if not sooner. Mwah.